Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the no support item mission for the Battle-Hardened Formidable Foes event in DBZ Dokkan Battle. Now the Battle-Hardened Formidable Foes event has with it some new missions. One of those missions is to beat stage 10, Movie Edition 5, with no support items. Now, what's important to take note of here is that it asks you to do it with no support items. It does not say no support memories. So for a little bit of a boost up, you can get a little bit of an edge on the event by using a support memory, which is what we're doing here, giving our team a little bit of a 20% cheeky little boost with the Shadow Dragons Saga support memory. Now, how the Battle Formidable Foes event works is essentially, to boil it down to it comes down to hitting hard and hitting fast. The event is very akin to like an expanded version of ESPR SPR. This one features 3 bosses, each with 2 phases. You will face Gamma 2 first, then you will face Gamma 1 as the second boss, and you will face Cell Max as the final boss. Gamma 2 has 2 phases. The first phase starts out with 100 million health, 1 million in terms of normals, 2.8 mil in terms of super. Nullifier ceiling has increased crit chance of 20% per turn. The second phase of Gamma 2 is 120 mil health, 1.2 million normal, 3.360 super. Nullifier super attack ceiling, nullifier stunning, attack up of 25% with each turn passed, defense up of 25% with each turn passed, damage reduction rate up with each key super received as well. What's important to take note of here is the health pools. 100 mil, 120 mil are not super high. The big key component why I chose the Shadow Dragon Saga GT Heroes team is because GT AGL SS4 Gogeta does a huge amount of damage. He does an insane amount of damage and he does it very quickly. So it means that you don't have a situation where you feel like you're pressurized to obviously, how can I say, fall behind on damage. All the units in this team, barring the 2 support pans that I have, do damage. Not just like basic damage, they do a lot of damage. So it's crucial, it's very important. It's genuinely one of the key reasons that makes this team one of the go-to no-item team for these shorter events. Gogeta does such a huge amount of damage that most bosses feel like paper mache to him. The second boss is obviously Gamma 1. Now Gamma 1 is a little bit different to Gamma 2. So Gamma 1 has 100 million health again in the first phase, 1 million normal again, 2.8 mil super. Pretty straightforward, but he doesn't have crit, he gets attack and defense instead with each attack received. His damage reduction rate will also go up with each attack passed. Now it's not such a big issue, because his damage reduction rate goes up, but it doesn't go up, at a super fast rate. So you actually can very easily deal with it because you're going to be doing so much damage so quickly, which is one of the reasons why it's not such a big deal to you. So maybe if you were taking like 20 years to do it, I'd understand, but for now it's more than fine. It's not really a big issue. So then from beating the first phase of Gamma 1, you will then take on the second phase. This time around he has 200 million health, which is a little bit of a step up from the Gamma 2 that we faced. 3.6 mil super, 1.2 mil normals. His attack of 6% up with each attack received, and attack of 3% after receiving an unarmed super attack. His damage reduction rate will also go up with each attack received, and he's immune to stunning and sealing. Again, nothing too crazy here. The damage is decent, 3.6 mil for sure, and he can scale up fairly quickly. But even with 200 mil health, you are able to rip through him because SS4 Gogeta just does so much damage. So again, it's a situation whereby, obviously to achieve this no support item run, you want to just tear through him because you are now absolutely ripping him, because you are now absolutely hammering him, because you are giving him like a huge, massive, like big wad of damage, it's kind of like ignoring his multiple mechanics of build up, because you're basically preventing him from building up because you're taking him out so very early. So it is actually quite crucial to manage that damage if you are expecting to do damage to him. Then, of course, we head to our final phase, or boss, which is Selmax. So 2 phases again, Selmax phase 1, 100 mil health, and then Selmax phase 2, 150. Selmax phase 1 has 10% up attack with each turn passed, and defense up with each attack received to 10%. Nothing too crazy, 3 mil super, pretty decent to handle. It's really the Selmax second phase where things get interesting. 150 mil health, but more importantly, he has a AoE super attack. So he does a standard super attack 4.5 mil, but he also has an option to do an AoE super attack. Now, if you have an AoE super attack and you have a situation where you have a strength unit or something like that on rotation, then you're probably going to have to hope that they nullify, which is one of the reasons also why I really like this SS4 team, is because they have the abilities to nullify those supers. So, and the pans have good evasion, so it gives you that protection potentially against that AoE super, even though it can be difficult for sure to win the event regardless. So that's kind of the key component of the strategy as well. You won't probably be able to get the active skill for Gogeta. You might be able to, you might not. If you can, you could potentially take him out beforehand, but it is going to be difficult to absolutely take him out when you are here trying to do this event. So it is, for me at least, at the very least, I think an absolutely fantastic challenge. I think it's super interesting. The GT team just does it so well. It's just like such a premier kind of event killing team when it comes to these shorter, smaller events, and I really think that's just absolutely like crucial towards how this event goes, and really how this like strategy works, because your sheer volume of damage is so overwhelming that, you know, the game ultimately just struggles to kind of handle that level of heat. So I think for me, this strategy definitely worked very well. Overall, I was incredibly happy with it. I was happy with the team, and we're able to take out Selmax fairly simply without a lot of pain and effort. So for me, this is a good team.